welcome back everybody to another Saturday morning creative session. And I know the last couple weeks I missed, and I've been working on a few other projects as well as kind of being a little stuck and trapped and trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to kind of shift and move forward and what I wanted to do with some of my new videos as well as my Inspirational Tuesday videos. So that's why I've been a little bit behind and slacking on those. And so for today, I'm going to do another one of these to where you just kind of look and see the shapes. We've done this before, but I'm doing it today to kind of share with you how to help get through a mental block, or where you don't know exactly what direction you want to take, or you're trying to figure something out and you just keep pushing it. And the problem is when you keep pushing it, it keeps pushing back even harder. And that's why a lot of times when you're trying to figure out things or trying to come up with an answer or a solution, the answers usually come when you stop working it. Like when you go out and you take a break, you take a walk, or you take a shower, or when you go work out. And all of a sudden the idea just comes there. Because of the fact that now your mind is a little bit freer, you're not trying to force out an answer. So in everyday life, or when you're trying to come up with other things, that's kind of what this helps to focus on. Is you're not worried about the outcome. We're just going to create some characters, and I just wanted to do another video just to have fun and see what kind of faces and monsters that I can create for you guys. So we're going to go down here and see what we see and what we can make. It's okay to kind of smush this up. I didn't really see anything on that first one. So with this, again, I'm just going to kind of take out the shapes that, just kind of taking a look at it and seeing if I see any shapes. And for this one, let me grab some tools. I can kind of point this out a little bit better. Not a whole lot here, but I do see like this could be pushed out a little bit to be an eye hole. This could be the front like muzzle, and it's kind of like in a snarling position. This whole section would be his mouth. Coming up here, this would just be kind of like a weird flat top head. I can dig in a little bit here to make the brow. This would be his snout. And obviously I don't really see anything else on this side, so it would be one that would just be like a flat piece and you just work on this side. But we're going to play with it and see what I can kind of create and come up with. So, starting with that, using this as a base and just flexing those creative muscles to see what else you can kind of add to it and see what comes out. So like I said, we're going to do that because I saw an eye, so I'm going to build up a little bit to kind of distinguish that a little bit. This would be his mouth right here. I'm going to actually add a little bit more towards the front here for like a little nose or big nose, I don't know. Something that just kind of sticks out a little bit more than it does. Dig out a little bit more in the mouth. And then after I do that, I can always add in a few teeth or something along the lines of that. And if you want, you can always, because this is your piece, you can always add on and kind of bring extra things to the piece as you see fit. And a lot of my characters have these big ears, so it kind of gave me the idea to do that. Not really sure if I actually want to give him an eye or not, but we'll put it in there and give it a whirl. So far it doesn't look too bad, so we'll keep it there for now. And, well, there you basically have this weird driven little, let's say like a little troll or animal type of character. Something like that. Just real quick and fun. Just seeing what comes out and what you're actually able to make. And we'll grab this one and see what I can come out of this. Now this is straight out of the bag, so sometimes without even playing with it, looking at it from different angles, you'll get some ideas and see what shapes kind of pop out. Nothing special with this one. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could definitely come in and make this some big goofy like mouth for like a strange creature or ghost or something. However, I'm not super pleased or crazy about it. So kind of roll it up and see what other kind of fun stuff I can do. You know what? Just because I'm sharing different ideas and ways to kind of get your creativity up and kind of building, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one a little bit differently. And we're just gonna start with the head and see where it actually takes us. And actually, instead of looking for the shapes in just a random ball of clay, we're gonna go ahead and build our own head and just see where it takes us. Now, a lot of times I'll do this with my larger pieces or, my half-scale pieces, and I'll just start with the head and see where it takes me. And then for when I do my little heroes or characters like that, I like to start with this. So this is basically just a stand for myself. That way I have something to actually work on and I'm not working on it in my hand. However, if that's comfortable for you and you want to do it that way, that works. This is all whatever works for you. I'm just giving you guys some ideas on how I work and some ideas to test out. So, starting out with that, we're just doing a ball of clay. And I'm going to add a little bit here for the jaw. And from there, you just kind of take off and see where you can go. Now, you don't even have to start off with a humanoid form. You can definitely take it any direction that you want. Pressing in for a couple eyes here. These, when I put these up there, it was originally given the idea of horns. However, adding on the eyes and the shape is kind of going towards a bunny rabbit type of character. However, I'm not sure if I want to do a cute style character or if I want to actually go in with a more menacing look, a little monster look. Basically if I want to go towards more of a creature or monster look, or if I want to go towards a cute version like my little heroes. I don't know, but we're just going to keep going and see where it takes me. So disrupting the brows a little bit, giving it a little bit of a sad look. It's one of the first things that came to mind as I was doing this. So, but I'm not really too crazy about how that actually looks. So, scrap it and just keep going. another wild idea if that was actually, so the ears, if that was actually like horned or something. No, I don't want to do that. Extending out the muzzle just a little bit more. And if in fact they were horned, I could do little ears out here. Right, see, we're starting to build up a little bit of a character here. And I'm actually going to adjust these because I actually do like that horn and the shape, so I'm just going to kind of make them a little bit stronger. Take those off, just add a little bit of clay. Roundabout, I'm going to roll them out into a worm that kind of points at one end. And connect them back here and follow the shape that they had. Try to give them maybe somewhat of a determined look. I don't really want it to be super angry, but it'll kind of go in that direction. Now, as you're doing this, if you actually want to make it into a full piece, that also works. And because I just said that, I had a slight idea. And because I did a bunch of interesting little cute monster characters as well as the little heroes pieces, it just gave me a thought for this, and I don't know if it's actually going to look good, but we'll test it out. Having like a little child pose. With this little demon character. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to explain that the reason I do really quick, like just these logs of clay for the legs and for the arms and stuff, is to figure out the pose. You can do this in sketches if that's what you like to do, but I like doing it in clay and just jumping right in. So what I will do is add these where they need to be, just to kind of see how it looks. And then I'll go in, I'll make sure I fix up the chest or fix up the shoulders and stick them out where they need to be and things like that. However, I don't want to waste all that time fixing it if I'm not actually happy about the pose or the way it looks. And give him somewhat of a surprised or smirk on this side. Half smirk maybe. Now, would you look at it? So, what I was able to create here is my own little demon creature character and basically flesh this character out of nothing. I didn't have an idea, I didn't have a plan going in, but just playing around with the clay and having fun with it. Now, I can either choose to keep working on this, actually give him a body that actually makes sense to where it's not just a blob coming here, actually has a ribcage, shoulders, really actually has legs, which might end up being hooves or something like that. And this just doing it simple like this gives you a lot of room to play. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I'm going to, I might play around with it a little bit more, so I'll give you a time lapse on that. But I hope you guys go out there and try to create your own characters out of nothing. Just have fun. Don't go in there with expectations. Just enjoy the process itself and have a blast. Have a great time. Create your own amazing characters. And then afterwards, you can either turn them into something else, use them just to have fun, or actually go through the process of saving them, either by firing them or making molds or doing something along the lines of that. So have fun, enjoy, get creative, and I'll see you guys next week.